let's just get straight to the point. A lot of people are talking about certain issues when they have no understanding of what's going on. They don't know the backstory, they don't know the facts, but are quick to jump in there, start pointing fingers, saying this and saying that. First, gather the facts, understand what's going on. Critically analyze the situation before you open your fucking mouth. Because what you're doing is you're creating more tension and more animosity between two sides. Let's get to the facts. First and foremost, American Cholo was warned about those videos that he has. Back in June, the homies got at him and told him, hey dog, you need to take those videos down. It's a no-go, you know what I'm saying? You can't sit there and disrespect the other race, And above that, this vato claims to speak for the raza, but it's constantly talking about the black community. What the fuck are you doing? Why do you have to always talk about the black community? Who cares what the fuck they're doing? You talk about them more than you talk about our people, and you claim to represent us, dog. Like, you ain't about us, homie. You're about your fucking cloud. You know what I'm saying? You were fucking warned to take those videos down and you refused. This was before the Tiger song came out. Did you not get a fucking DM saying, hey dog, your name has came up. We want to meet up in person. We got an issue to address. This was approached on June and you declined and blocked everybody and said, fuck no, I'm not doing it, dog. You know what I'm saying? You were warned and you still went against the grain and didn't take down the videos, and you went and called out Tiger over the same shit you're doing, dog. Do you know how bad you are making us look? All that shit that you're talking about, saying that, oh, you know what? I said the C word because this other vato was fucking disrespecting the race. Look, homie, we raza, sureños, Mexicans, we don't fucking go back and forward with insults, dog. If we can't walk that walk, we don't talk that talk, homie. Period. We don't engage in you this, you that. Nah, homie. If we can't handle it, then we don't approach it. That shows that you ain't never been to a motherfucking place. Eat that shit up, dog. Because you know, and I know that you were approached way before and you said, chale. Don't fucking lie, dog. And you said, let my homies get at me. So what happened? The camaradas got at your homies. They got on a conference call, called your fucking podcast live, and what did you do? You rejected the call. The homie got on, and once he said the name, you fucking clicked and you panicked. Why? Why can't your own homie get at you about the shit you're doing? Because you're a fucking dropout, homie. I shouldn't even be speaking about this, but the fact that you are fucking causing all this fucking tension and don't have the balls to man up to your mistakes shows how much of a fucking coward you are. You say that you're for the raza and this and that. What have you done? You haven't done a motherfucking thing, dog. All cloud, homie. All you do is you go on fucking YouTube and look what the fuck is trending and provide a fucking opinion. That's all you do, dog. You don't do a motherfucking thing. You're not a foot soldier, homie. You're not out there with us, going out to the wash, trying to help out the homies. You're not out there going to the wash to buy meals. You're not out there when it's raining buying tarps for the rasta that's unfortunate in these times and living in the streets. You're not trying to help nobody out, homie. You're on a fucking podcast just talking, homie, when we're the ones putting in the work. And not one motherfucking time have you heard me come out on my platform or anywhere to fucking say, oh, look what I did with the fucking money I got. Never. Because the real ones, we don't want credit, homie. We do it because it comes from the fucking heart, dog. Look at all the shit that I do. All my beats, all that shit that I produce, I donate a percent to the charity, dog. I don't need the cloud, dog. You are a cloud seeker, homie. You're a fucking lame that never got attention and you're dying for it, dog. And in that process, you're fucking taking us with you. And Charlie, we ain't gonna let that shit happen, dog. You're not gonna take us down with you because you're not about us and you don't speak for us. You don't represent us, homie. You want to go and represent somebody? Why don't you go and speak to the Honduras people? Why don't you go and talk to that third world country that's struggling right now, dog? Go and be a voice for them, dog. Don't be a voice for us, homie, because you're nothing, dog. You ain't done a motherfucking thing but get us into a fucking wreck with your fucking actions, dog. All for self-gain, homie. And you know what it is? The issue with this is that a lot of these motherfuckers on these platforms are fucking dropouts. And a lot of the raza don't know this shit and sits there and praises these vatos, not knowing that these motherfuckers were in cells with rapists. And then they come out here and fucking talk a good one. Chale, dog. These vatos, they're no good. Some of these fools, they come out here and say, oh, you know what? I got out I dropped out because I wanted to change my life. Nah, homie, you know why you got dropped out? Because when you got to the pin, you were talking a good one, you wanted to get involved, and then when you got involved and it was time to handles, you said, nah, I don't want to do it, so you locked it up, and the homies force you to drop out, and then you come out here with that energy because you still want to live that life and talk all these stories. Nah, homie, you ain't about it, dog. And then you got more individuals coming out here talking about, oh, I did this time, I put this hit, I did this holla. Homie, we don't snitch on ourselves, dog. What I did in the pen, I'm not gonna go and publicly tell everybody, dog. I don't snitch on myself because we Sureños, we don't do that shit, dog. We care for our own and we look out for our own. We make sure that our own make it to where they gotta make it and go home when they have to go home. Period, dog. All this shit needs to stop. When someone's speaking about something, make sure you gather the fucking facts. Don't just run your fucking mouth and speak shit you know nothing about. And second of all, if you speak about it, make sure you're about it, dog. Because when the gunplay time comes, a lot of these motherfuckers are gonna fold. And who are gonna get caught? Those homies that are trying to better their lives in the street, that are on parole, that are getting out. Those are the ones that are gonna get caught in this fucking heat. Not the motherfuckers on podcasts talking all this shit. And all you motherfuckers that are quiet and just fucking not saying a motherfucking thing when you're seeing all this shit come out, you motherfuckers are fucking bitch made. Because you guys spoke for this fool and don't want to fucking speak up now. Fuck you fools, dog. And to the real ones, to the few that are actually doing the good deed, my respects. You know, we need to do more to help out our people and also educate them. I don't see nobody talking about the blackouts. I don't see nobody talking about the movement that was made in those high schools in 1968. I don't see no one talking about that shit. If we want to educate, why don't we talk about that shit? Why isn't nobody, all these people that are for the raza that speak, why aren't they talking about when 12% of Hispanics lived in the Southwest, yet 20% of the caskets returning from Vietnam were Hispanic. You know, they were shipping us out because we were becoming a movement. That's how they took us apart back then when the blackouts. All this shit, all these fools are not educating the people. They're not speaking about it because they don't fucking know. All they know is cloud. How come nobody's talking about Pete Wilson when they were attacking us? Pete Wilson, when he ran for governor, we got the most heat as raza by this fool. Ain't nobody talking about that. Ain't nobody talking about the brown berets. Ain't nobody talking about none of that shit. All you hear is this snitching, dry snitching, and fucking fools talking about this, talking about that, when they ain't about that fucking life. This shit needs to stop. We are making ourselves look bad. Period. You know what I'm saying? It needs to stop. If we're not encouraging or helping each other, we shouldn't be breaking each other. And those that are in the wrong need to get called out and removed, period. Every side has a bad seed. And again, you know, all this shit about what the other side is doing, who cares what everybody else is doing? If we don't focus on ourselves, our community, we're never going to get nowhere because we're only fucking looking at what everybody else is doing. And we want to fucking go and do what they're doing. Now, we need to do our own shit. And we need to put ourselves on top. We need to be brown fucking excellence. Period.